It's Christmas!
We've teamed up with Tesco to bring you some delicious and simple festive food ideas.
From seasonal party food to how to cook a full-blown Christmas dinner, desserts,
And even what to do with your leftovers.
All of which will get your Christmas sorted.
Here are our top 5 tips for how to cook the perfect turkey. Tip 1, choose your bird.
Go for the best turkey you can afford. We've chosen a finest British bronze free-range turkey. It's about 4 kilos, so our timing is going to be set for that. You may need to adjust yours either way. And all you need to do is make sure you take it out of the fridge a good couple of hours before you're ready to cook.
Tip 2, get some flavour in there.
So we're going to stuff our bird with a couple of clementines studded with cloves and then fresh thyme, sage and rosemary.
All festive flavours.
And you put them inside and it imparts flavour as the bird roasts. However, before you can put it in, you need to take a few things out from inside of the bird.
Yes, because turkeys usually come stuffed with giblets and the neck. Is it the right?
Yeah,
is it
both
the
of those. So
neck?
you probably have a plastic bag of giblets
Yep.
and the neck. So in this end, go into there and just pull out the plastic bag of giblets.
There it is.
Perfect. Pull the rubber band back, soften, trussed up. We'll need to put that back on to roast it so it doesn't sort of open up in the oven.
Okay.
But for now, if I hold the legs back, you go in,
Yes, Dr. April.
and what you should find is a turkey neck.
Oh, hello.
So there we go, we don't need that bit. Also great for gravy. However, what we do want is to stud some clementines.
Okay.
So if you just pop maybe 4 into your other one.
Do 4 cloves work? Is that enough?
Well, we've got 8 because there's 2 of them, and they're quite strong. But yeah, you don't want too much because it's quite an intense flavour. Okay. If you're making a mulled wine or something, you'd only ever put half a dozen in because it's quite a strong flavour. Those are going to go back up into the cavity of the bird and all of those fresh herbs. So we've got fresh thyme, rosemary and sage.
Nice.
They're all going in there as well. They kind of steam from the inside and just give loads of amazing flavour. Tuck the legs back in, make sure it's still trussed up. If it's not trussed up and you take this rubber band off, then in the oven it kind of sprawls itself out and it doesn't look as good at the table. So, stuff full of flavour, truss back up and we're ready to move on.
Tip 3, cook your turkey upside down on a trivet.
Yeah, we'll tackle the trivet first. It's basically a bed of vegetables. So kind of a mirepoix. We've got leek, carrot, onion, all roughly chopped, maybe a couple of cloves of garlic. Put them into a big roasting tray and pour over a glass of water.
Why didn't you just say that?
That's a trivet.
Right. So about this upside down thing.
Yes, one more thing we need to do before we get to that is we need to cover it in butter on top.
Okay.
Okay, so well seasoned, well softened butter. So if you just basically take all of that and rub it over the bird.
It's like my ghost moment, isn't it?
And I'll get plenty of salt and pepper in there as well.
And so what does this help do?
Well, it's going to help the seasoning because it's all going to stick in there, but also later on it's going to help to go golden because the skin is already fatty, but the butter's going to help that. Even though it's upside down to start off with, later on it's also going to help to give it a nice colour and all the seasonings on there. And now the bit you've been waiting for.
Upside down, then?
Yes, and it does make sense because when people cook turkey, they often complain the driest part is the breast. Because in order to cook right through to the bone of the leg, you often overcook the breast.
Okay.
So there's a couple of ways of doing it, covering it in bacon, things like that to protect it. This way, if you turn it upside down, the juices drop back down into the breast as it cooks. So it's kind of self-basting.
Nice.
Plus, we're then going to wrap the whole thing in tin foil to trap in the steam, which is why we've got the water in the tray. And then we can put it into the oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 90 minutes.
Tip 4, your sticky maple glaze.
At this point, your turkey has been roasting for about 90 minutes in the oven, upside down with the tin foil. Take it out, get rid of the tin foil, turn the turkey up, and although it's almost cooked, it looks a bit anemic. Okay, so what we want to do
What a nice description.
Well, yeah, anemic's not good. We're about to make it amazing by brushing it with an equal quantity of salted butter and finest maple syrup.
Okay.
So mix the two together and brush it all over the breasts, legs, and wings.
So you mentioned that this is for aesthetic reasons, but I'm guessing by adding the maple syrup and the butter, we're going to get some good flavour out of that as well.
Yeah, you get the sweetness and the salty butter, so it's flavour, it's sticky, so you get the kind of texture as well, the crispy skin, and of course the appearance. Okay, at this point it goes back into an oven, which we've now turned up to 200 or 220 degrees Celsius.
Yep. And
it needs about 30 minutes until it's beautifully golden all over. Every 10 minutes or so, open the oven door, get in there with the brush, put a bit more of that maple glaze over, and it'll be absolutely perfect.
Tip 5, relax.
Yeah, at this point you've done all the hard work. The turkey is looking great. Look, you can see the shine from maple glaze.
Yeah.
You can smell it. It looks perfect.
Incredible.
At this point you can let it relax by covering it in our tinfoil tent again and then insulating it with a couple of clean tea towels. And that does 2 things. One, it gives you plenty of time now to cook all the rest of the trimmings in the oven, which is now free. And 2, it lets the juices run back down into the breast and the legs, so it's perfect for carving.
I'm glad you mentioned carving, Ben. If you don't know how to carve your turkey, we're getting you sorted. We've got a whole guide to it. Just click on the link down below.
Plus, if you've got any other tips or tricks for how you cook your turkey, then comment down below. And if you're not in charge of cooking the turkey this year, then make sure you share this video with whoever is.
But for now, they are our top 5 turkey tips.
Sorted.